All right. This is the video where we're going to have to do pretty much some cleanup work because let's go ahead and close this out. In the previous video, which was our load balancer, we went on ahead and we basically set up our load balancer. We was able to connect to everything, but now we need to do cleanup work because we are being charged for these EC2 instances and we are being charged for this load balancer being up and running all day long. My estimate from when I ran a load balancer for a whole month was about $18 a month for the ALB. I don't know if that changed, but that was about $18 a month, and it wasn't getting no traffic on it. So just giving you those that number so that you know if you leave this up, you could prepare to get charged about 18 bucks a month. Like I said, it may have gone up or down, but that's how much I was paying. And I actually left it up in my lab for 30 days. It just like completely forgot. That was dummy me. But unlike Azure, for those who have looked at my Azure series, AWS doesn't use resource groups to delete everything. So what you got to do in AWS, what you do is you have to look for each resource individually. So for example, I'm in my load balancer. We have to go in here. We have to delete our load balancer by itself. Yes, we want to delete our load balancer. Now we got to look for our EC2 instances. And the reason why I created an AMI of our EC2 instances is particularly because since we're deleting these things over and over and over again, it's best to have a backup of it. That's why we took an AMI. You do pay for the AMIs, but not that much, not as much as you're paying for the instance itself. But you do have the option of powering off your instance by just clicking on all your instances and selecting stop. However, you still get charged for the storage of the instances, not particularly for them running. However, in my case, we're going to go ahead and terminate them altogether. And you just heard that I just lost connection to these guys right here. So they pretty much being deleted and removed from the account. And for the target groups, I just leave the target group there normally. Don't really pay attention to it. Because the fact that I may use it in future videos, you don't necessarily get charged for having the target group there. But you do get charged for the load balancer, and you do get charged for the EC2 instances. So it does take a while for these to go through the shutdown phase, go through the process of deleting, of being removed. However, if you were concerned about the VPC, there's no need. You do not get charged for the VPC. Only time you get charged for the VPC if you're using something called elastic IPs, which are static IPs, and you get charged for every static IP that is not in use, and you do not get charged for when it's in use. So just be aware of that. You do not get charged for your key pairs or anything like that. So you do not have to worry about those. But just make sure in Amazon and in AWS, like I said, unlike Azure, you got to constantly you got to keep a checklist of where you've been at in your your AWS account constantly, because the fact that it's not like Azure where they put everything in a resource group. It doesn't force you to put everything in a resource group. Let me say, Amazon does have them. It's just that they don't work as beautiful as Azure does. So other than that, I do thank you guys for checking out this video. And like I said, this is just a video on cleanup. I know it was short, but we'll have other things to cover in other future videos. And I do thank you guys who have been checking out all these videos all the way up to now. I appreciate the support. And if you like this video series, please give it a like. If you do not, please give me some pointers on how to provide better content to you guys. It's nothing worse than somebody's putting a thumbs down and they're not giving you no feedback, right? So other than that, I thank you guys for checking out these videos, and I will see you in the next one. All right? Peace.